Today I'd like to talk about Joseph Butcher, the actor who starred in the classic Sid and Marty Krofft kids television show, Bigfoot and Wildboy. In the mid to late 70s, Joseph ruled Saturday morning television, and then he suddenly vanished from Hollywood. So what happened to him? Well, join me as I dive into the mystery surrounding this actor. Joseph Butcher, the star of Bigfoot and Wildboy, rose to fame alongside the legendary Bigfoot. Okay, it wasn't really Bigfoot. Inside that costume and all that makeup was veteran character actor Ray Young. More on Ray in a moment, but first, we're going to talk some more about Joseph. So Bigfoot and Wildboy was a big hit on Saturday mornings, you get it, right? And Joseph had his very own fan club and even graced the pages of popular teen-oriented magazines. While I'm thinking about it, I've got to give props to Chris Jart over at the Jart in My Head blog, who has done a fantastic job of chronicling Joseph's brief time in the spotlight. I'll post a link in the description section of this video if you want to check it out afterward. In 1979, after a successful 3-year run on ABC, first as part of the Krofft Super Show, and then as its very own television series, Bigfoot and Wildboy finally came to an end. A year later, Joseph would make a guest starring appearance on Knots Landing, and at that point, I thought that might be the beginning of many such guest starring appearances by Joseph. I kept waiting for him to show up on Love Boat, but that never happened. And eventually, I just quit thinking about Joseph, or Bigfoot and Wildboy for that matter. I had other thoughts occupying my noggin, like how could I beat Deluxe Pac-Man on my Amiga 1000? It wasn't until years later, with all sorts of information available at my fingertips through the internet, that I finally asked the question, what ever happened to Joseph Butcher? One popular internet rumor is that Joseph had given up on Hollywood and ventured into the world of real estate. However, those rumors are incredibly difficult to verify because I can't find any information about him online, whether as a television star or in the world of realty. It's like he vanished from the internet as well, creating a mystery that is almost as astonishing as the legend of Wildboy's crime-fighting pal, Bigfoot. So what truly transpired in Joseph Butcher's life? Why did he leave Hollywood for good? And did he find success in a different field like real estate? Or is there something more to the story? Something that we've yet to find out. Truthfully, folks, despite oodles and oodles of searching on my part, this time I came up empty. The mystery of Joseph Butcher's disappearance isn't something that I was able to solve. And while there are a couple more IMDb entries stating that Joseph found work in the industry in 2004 and 2015, I don't believe that either of them are accurate. Sure, there may have been an actor named Joseph Butcher who worked in those films, but it wasn't our Joey. Now, Joseph's co-star Ray Young was a lot easier to track down as he continued to find steady work in the industry until his passing in 1999. Heck, he even took over the role of Jethro Bodine in the television movie The Return of the Beverly Hillbillies when Max Baer declined the offer to return to the role that he made famous. You know, I can't help but think if Joseph hasn't already joined Ray in the Great Hereafter, and he shouldn't, as he's still in his 60s, I believe, he could certainly find a ton of work these days attending the numerous fan-based conventions that are extremely popular. So here's where you all come into the picture. If you can help me figure out what happened to Joseph Butcher, aka Wildboy, well, please share whatever information you have in the comments section of this video. Or if you were a fan of Joseph or the show, please share your memories there as well. Thanks so much for watching, folks, and have a great day. Oh, and one more thing, a huge thank you to all of the fine individuals who have clicked on that little join button below the screen there and become supporting members of the channel. You know, it's one thing to subscribe to a channel, but it's something quite different and very special when you enjoy a channel so much that you're willing to lend your support financially. You know, before I go, let me share a few of the comments that channel members have left on this video since they've had access to it for a couple of days now. Channel member Sean Innes says, I have a really faint recollection of this show. Looking through IMDb, I'm wondering if there was a production strike in '78. The show lists 2 seasons, but with 8 episodes aired in the fall of '77 and then 12 episodes later on in the summer of '79. Lots of careers in every industry end after a short time before moving on to other things. Best wishes to Joseph wherever he is. You know, I responded to that. The reason you're seeing siloed information about the seasons of Bigfoot and Wildboy is because beginning in 1977, it ran for 2 seasons as part of the Krofft Super Show, and those 16 episodes were 2-parters and ran for roughly 12 minutes each. In 1979, the show got its own time slot apart from the Krofft Super Show, and each of those 12 new episodes ran for approximately 22 minutes. My friend Robert Pons, aka Thrash Pondo Pons, says that he more than understands why I couldn't find anything. He did some researching and couldn't find anything else either. Channel member Angela McArdle says, to be honest, I've never heard of Joseph Butcher until this video, Dave. But my only excuse is that I was really young when Bigfoot and Wildboy were on television. You know what? If you weren't watching the Krofft Super Show, Angela, you probably never saw it. And channel member John Collins says, Dave, don't feel bad. Even the best get stumped sometimes. I don't feel bad, John, but I sure would love to know what happened to this feller. And channel member Rob Pinto says, was the Bigfoot here the same actor who played Bigfoot in the $6 Million Man TV show? The answer to that, Rob, is no. Bigfoot in the $6 Million Man was originally played by Andre the Giant, and then later on by Ted Cassidy. Alright, folks. Thanks so much. Take care.